I have to turn the settings all the way up to see
Threatening.
exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Or I have to turn the settings all the way down to see exactly what it does. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's almost like when you hear about demons walking the earth, and how people, whenever they consume enough sin, their heart just gets taken away from it. Their heart becomes hardened, and then now they're just not even human anymore. Like, then I start thinking about all these videos I see of like cartel members just killing people or like torturing people, and I go, how do you go from a soft baby laughing at nothing to like pulling this guy's guts out? You know what I mean? Like through his like lungs. You know what I mean? Like,
But I
through his
think,
heart.
I think when you spoke about this, I think that's the difference inside is because for you, like you connect that to like having no connection with God, and me, I connect that to like the state of the world, and you're like, I think that was probably that you could probably trace that to their like upbringing, and like how their parents were when they grew up.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like for you, it's like, oh, it's a sin-based thing.
But then what I'm saying is that like that's what happens when you live without God. You know what I mean? Now you're living it like that.
The thing is, like, a lot of those people do live with God. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But it's not.
But I feel like not that many people live with God. Because
Me personally, I don't live.
I feel like out of
in
10,
a suburb.
I feel like out of 10 people, maybe 1 or 2 are truly living the Word of God. Out of 100 people, maybe like 20, maybe 15.
This is what I'm saying about. I think the Bible can be twisted to match whatever you feel like, or not even you specifically, but what people feel like. For example, if you are killing someone, you're like, yeah, well, they actually stole from me, and stealing is a sin, so I can kill this person.
What they steal?
It could be like, oh, look at this little insect. Hi, baby. Oh, you're flopping. Like their property or like whatever their assets are.
Yeah. Well, then that's when you gotta remember that what God says in the Bible. I think God says, like I said, I'm new, so I don't really know exactly what I would do, what's said to do, at that moment. But I remember He does say this, that He says not to take revenge into our own hands, because revenge is His, right? So if somebody stole from me, does it make it right for me to steal something back?
No, but that's the thing. I think a lot of people will be like, well, if revenge is His, He's moving through me to make that happen.
Oh,
people do that.
I like the way that sounds, but no. It's like, yeah. I like the way it sounds, but it doesn't, because then it almost doesn't. It sound like.
I like the way that sounds, but no.
Yeah, because it's like He's moving through me. No.
People say that a lot.
Yeah, but it's
or
like.
even like when like
but it's a
pastors
lie.
like speak in tongues.
In tongues.
And they're like, it's because God's moving through me. I'm like, really? Or were you just like, you had a good coffee that morning? Like, think about it.
I like that. No. Because it's like,
Someone just hyped him up. He's like, hey, God's speaking through you. And he's like, yeah.
So,
I know exactly what he's going to say.
So what if a man ran over my dog, right? And then I go over to his house, and I find his dog sitting on like his mother's lap. And I pull the dog and I start beating it. And I start killing it, right? What are you doing? Well, he killed my dog, so I'm killing his dog. Like, and then I go, but God's moving through me. Like, does that sound like God? You know what I mean? Does that sound like of God, you know?
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think for you specifically, great. But I think that's what, I'm going to say 90% of religion is. Like, at it where it's at now.
Religion.
90% of this relationship.
Not this relationship. You like that, huh?
Well,
hey, religion is man-made. Religion is man-made.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Well, I think a lot of it is man-made, but they believe that it's faith and they believe it's a relationship. My example of this is like, think about like fucking Hitler. And I know everyone uses this example, but he was like, when he was doing all the shit he was doing, he was like, it's because I'm moving, like God's moving through me. Like that's what he believed.
How about the devil? You don't think the devil can move through me?
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. He believed that so firmly.
He really said that? God is moving through me?
Well, no, but he was saying like that was what was informing his beliefs, and he was like actually super Christian.
No, Adolf Hitler was not super Christian.
He was.
Get out of here.
Wait, let me fact check.
Fact check it now. Yeah, come on. Get out of here, man.
Be wrong.
Hey, you know what? How about this? If you're wrong,
no,
you owe me $1 million.
I don't have $1 million.
Oh man, well,
guys.
I'll take monthly payments of like $2,000.
This bitch.
Make it $4,000 now.
I'm scared. Where's my fucking service?
Adolf Hitler.
And even
and no,
No.
even if
No.
even if Hitler
Oh, here we go. No. You have to wait.
was a
You have
Christian.
to wait before I
He's
get
not.
to it.
He's not. And even if he was a Christian, that doesn't make him a good Christian. Yes or no?
Baptized a Catholic.
Leah. I need you to read the Bible one more time. Just
Oh my
once.
God, I'm
just
not doing
once.
that.
Just
I'm not
once.
doing that. He could even read a book that I gave him. Let's think about that.
Just read the Bible one more time.
To be fair, I'm going to be very transparent because I don't want to be a liar, but it says he wasn't Christian.
He wasn't?
No. But he grew up with 2 Catholic parents.
Yeah, but it's like how many people you know say, yeah, no, I'm Catholic, or no, I'm Christian. And then they're buying a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Some people just they claim it, but they don't live by it. So it doesn't
But
mean anything.
he believed in God, but not God.
Oh, I got dirt on my sock.
You've been having dirt on your sock. Just noticed it now.
More
No, but also I think okay, let's not use Hitler then because that's a bad example.
big one.
But Crusaders, do you know who Crusaders are? They were like people who were like Christian soldiers essentially, and they went through like pillaging towns, sometimes like rape and shit.
Wow.
But they were like it was under the name of God.
God is all about love.
Okay, well that's all nice and sweet, and I've been there, you know.
But it's almost like saying.
But I
like,
think a lot of people don't move that way, even though they believe that they are.
it's kind of like saying like, oh man, everybody that goes to the gym is an asshole, and they're all about themselves, and they all drive these fancy cars.
I think speak for yourself. I never said that.
I know, but some people do that, right? So then they go,
Who said
oh man,
that? Who said that?
gym people are assholes. But it's like, I mean, have you been to the gym? And if you have you talked to everybody?
The way that
that's
you're
ever
like
been in the
fully
gym?
gym shaming.
You know what I mean?
People
like,
who haven't been to the
or
gym.
saying, well, what are you talking? Like it's just so ignorant to say, you know, like
Yeah.
to generalize a whole group, or even just a small section and be like,
Well,
it'd
but
be
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
man.
I'm not generalizing. It's more just like it's a lived experience.
Yeah, I hear you.
I also think like, and this is the thing. I'm glad you're on your journey, but I also feel like if you were in my footsteps, maybe if I was in your footsteps, I would be I would have a great relationship with God. Blah 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 blah. But I think
Damn, that tree would have been nice.
Yeah, and Lewis was too scared.
No.
He was scared. He was scared of someone sleeping.
He was scared. I wasn't
He was
scared.
of someone sleeping.
I wasn't scared. It was just like, I don't want this guy bothering us. You know what I'm saying?
He was sleeping. So how the fuck was he gonna bother
I
us?
saw his elbow move.
Oh my god. Kind of anything in this world. But I think. What was I saying? Say.
How you would read the Bible.
I think no, like I was saying, if you had grown up the way I did, like with religion, I think you might have like rebelled against it eventually, and you wouldn't have fought with it.
Maybe, I'm sure.
But it's just like the context of the situation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that's the reason why I'm telling you to do it now, to read it now, is because you're so much smarter now, and I feel like you've just like now you're so smart and you're so wise, and it's like, why not be like, hey, you know what? Now that I'm smarter, I can challenge what I'm reading, or I can challenge what I'm being told to believe in. So let's see. You know what I mean? So let me actually give it a test. Because you know a lot of people do that. I met this one guy. He was a warlock. He used to be like a
Who the
witch.
fuck was the warlock in your life?
I knew somebody. He
Like
said
you mean he's like a soldier? What does that mean?
a
He
warlock
killed
is
a bunch of people?
a warlock is a male witch. A witch is a
I didn't
female.
realize that. Why did I think warlock was like someone who's
Like a giant with like big old teeth. And
there's
like
someone who's like has like he walks around with like a shield
No.
and he's like fucking up people with a sword.
No.
I was wrong. He's a witch.
So a warlock is a male witch. A witch is a female.
They gender everything. In this
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been like that. And look at that bird. And he said that he used to sacrifice a bunch of shit, like just chickens and stuff like that in his little cauldron. He had a cauldron and stuff like that. And then his life
Should we
was
share
just,
an Aussie bite?
yes.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, keep talking. Warlock.
And basically he was like, you know what? I'm gonna read this word to find out it's not what it's made out to be. To find out that it's not the truth and it's not the way and it's not the life. became a Christian.
Wait, because of what?
Because he read the word.
See, and then I read the word and I'm like,
But that was when you were 12, yeah.
I have read it again. I just remember the full thing.
Read
Well,
the
okay,
full
no,
thing.
I have read it, and this is the thing. If anything, like, yes, because I'm smaller now, it just makes me realize how ridiculous a lot, not it specifically is, but ridiculous some people who have relationships with it can be, because, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I read it, and I'm like, he clearly didn't mean what everyone thinks he meant. And then everyone around is like, no, this is what he meant. And I feel like he's up there being like, no, I didn't mean that, actually. It's like, okay, it's like if I text you and I'm like, hey, don't go out tonight. And you take it one way, but I mean it a whole completely other way. And then someone else who reads it is like, oh, she means this. Do you know what I'm saying? And who's there? The only person who can really inform what I actually mean is me. But what if I'm up there being like, ooh, like, figure it out, guys. And then testing everyone, being like, one of you know the answer.
So what, maybe you're supposed to read this, read that, and then you go, oh, and then you stumble upon something that says something, and you go, wait, literally do that? But then all the other chapters that you read before, clearly, you know what I mean? You know?
Sure.
Like, of course not. You know? It's more like a mental thing, you know? Because that's how Jesus spoke. He would tell stories. He would tell people, like, I think there was
Is this
one...
good for you?
Is it good for you? I bought it at a liquor store.
So no. Was it made in Australia for all? No. I didn't stop it. It's good though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is an Australian thing?
I got my bag. We have something similar called Anzac biscuits. But they're not Aussie bites. They're kind of nice.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Maybe I will.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. But
That would be cool. I like your skirt.
thank you.
I think you're the only person I know that wears skirts.
Are you serious? So many people wear skirts. I think you're not noticing.
I noticed. I like skirts.
People wear skirts.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I'll get that. I don't know. I feel
Is
To
that
me-
thing? It's recording.
it is recording. Yeah, see the red?
Yeah.
I feel like people. I think I'm in a journey, and that's the thing. I feel like it's so easy. I'm not even atheist or agnostic. I would say
Maybe agnostic. Agnostic means you're kind of open to something.
maybe, but
Right?
do I have to call myself anything? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just me. I'm just Leah. Do you consider yourself Christian?
Yeah. I'll claim it. Even if it means getting shot in the face.
Relax. You're not in a third world country.
Yeah.
And this man all dripped out in cream outfit, walking amongst trees. Love it. That's the vibe I'm trying to be on.
You said green?
Cream.
Cream. Leah, my back and my butt are hurting.
Stretch.
Oh my god.
Lewis is giving dad today. We are in 1 hour. What do you say? What should I...
I said just keep going until you can.
Yeah, but the idea is to split it up, is it not?
Oh, like 1 part, 2 part?
Well, no, but it's like, we want to have people watch it and then be like, oh, I want to watch the next one.
So then maybe we can do this. Maybe we could do 45 minutes, 45 minutes. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
like,
of this same conversation?
yeah.
What's 45 minutes and 45 minutes in total?
And now we
Okay. See, I don't know math. Let's talk about something silly.
huh?
Let's talk about something silly.
Let's talk about something silly.
Yeah, because we've been talking about very serious stuff, which is, we know, that's us. But we all talk about silly shit.
Really?
Your mic is like facing like my shoulder. It needs to be facing your like Adam's apple. Well, I don't even want to know what it's called. I'm joking. Let's think. What are some silly questions? Let's do some fun ones like. Oh my god, this is funny. Do you have anything you find annoying about me? I won't be offended, don't worry. I just think it's fun to know. It's fun to know. The fact that I won't read the Bible, if that's it, then I'm going to be so like, that'll be my annoying thing.
Anything annoying? I feel like that's, see? I don't know you that much to call you annoying.
Yeah, but you would know something. You would know enough to be like, this kind of annoys me. Or even you would know enough about yourself to be like, this thing annoys me.
Oh, I like that. What's annoying about you? See, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I knew it, it popped into my head.
There's probably something that you're just like, oh, I feel too bad to say it. Just say it.
Annoying?
I love knowing my flaws. Is that crazy?
No, that's good. I like knowing.
I like to know. I like to know what the fuck where I'm a bit of, where I can improve.
Hey, do you know if there's any food walking distance from here?
Absolutely not.
No?
Well, there's walking, but it's like a hill.
Are you down for that or not? Look, that thing's eating a bug.
I'm down.
It's eating a moth. Look, right there.
Oh, circle of life. It's the circle of life.
No, Leah, I don't know you like that to call you annoying.
Wow.
Oh, sounds like you know something annoying about me.
I'm gonna say the same thing.
Hit it. What is it?
No, to be fair, I actually don't find anything that annoying.
Come on.
What I do find annoying is things that like I find annoying in other people.
What is it?
Which is people who are like very their moods are easily shifted. Do you feel like that is a weakness?
But I don't feel like that's you though. But that is fucking annoying.
It's just more
is
like
that me?
Well, yeah, not in like an annoying way where you're like one day it's not like 1 second you're fine and the next day you're like insane. It's not like that. It's more like where you're like. I think in a way you question yourself a lot, which I don't think it's annoying. It's annoying in like a positive way where like you could be better at that.
Oh, you know what? No, you know what? I could totally see that.
Where I'm like one day he'll be like, I didn't make anything, so I'm sorry. I'm like, bitch, like that happens. Like, it's fine. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my annoying thing. It's a beautiful husky. Oh wait, is it a husky or a Shiba Inu?
It's a husky.
I don't know my dog breeds.
I don't like huskies.
I have a friend who told me, actually no, I did tell you this, but I was like, a friend told me that she doesn't like dogs where she can't see their eyes.
She what?
She doesn't like dogs where you can't see their eyes.
Oh, really?
And I kind of agree. They're not like, they seem like suspicious to me. Like, what's up? Let's see what they're thinking.
Huskies are alright. Yeah, I don't know. People go crazy for them, but I'm not.
So you don't have anything you find annoying about me? Are you sure?
Oh,
Yeah, I was like hoping, bless you, I was hoping to work on something in the next week or so.
Maybe I don't think about you enough, huh? To say what's annoying.
Well, you should. You should think about how I can improve my life, because as a friend, that's like the support that I need. Okay, now your turn to ask a question.
Actually, what's your favorite food right now?
My back's aching. What's my favorite food? It's someone's birthday party, and they're partying out here. I don't know what's yours. I don't know what my favorite food is. I'm not eating like
Right now?
anything with it.
Favorite food?
Sushi.
I'm a cheeseburger guy.
Really?
Yes. I'm a cheeseburger pizza
Yes. I also like cheeseburger and pizzas, but I just haven't had them in a while. The dish that I've been making a lot is like teriyaki chicken, purple cabbage, carrot, sweet potato, avocado, and an egg. That's my recent meal prep. for last week.
What do you cook? Like chicken thighs? Chicken breast?
What? Grilled chicken? It's like
Wow.
already marinated, and I think it's like, I'm pretty sure it's
Also, you don't cut it up.
breast. I go to like this place, and they already have it marinated, and it's like all cooked. So all I have to do is like cook that shit up. That I kind of like a steak. Is that crazy? But I think it's like steaks are like they're so easy to eat, and then once it's done, it's done. You feel full. You don't necessarily have to have carbs with it, like rice and shit. And if you cook it yourself, it's kind of like satisfying. Yeah. What I actually think my favorite food is? Anything matcha. I think I love like matcha ice cream.
Oh, this is so good.
I have this. There's this brand. I mean, I don't know if you have this. Do you have a Sprouts near you? You would.
So,
Downy. Docs again.
yeah, I was about to say now you can't do what I
And
said.
next, guys, if you look in the description, I'm gonna have his address in there.
Social Security.
Social Security. And the last 3 digits of his card. No, matcha ice cream, and this matcha ice cream from Sprouts, and it has like white chocolate bits in it. So good.
Ice cream?
So good, yeah. Do you like sweets?
I love sweets.
You kind of do. You do.
I love sweets.
You've had a pastry moment.
Yes. Right now I'm having an ice cream moment.
You should get the matcha ice cream, genuinely. I'll send you the link. This ice cream is life-changing. And I don't say that lightly, because I've had a lot of ice creams that are very mid and very flop era. But this ice cream is like, you have it and you're like, this is the most ice cream of all ice creams. Okay, my question is, how does this year feel so far for you?
Is it?
Huh?
You say what?
This year, how does this year feel so far for you?
Went by so fast. But
It's only June.
It's only June.
For me, like, see, the thing is, like, you're like, it's already June. I'm like, it's only June.
Oh,
That's how I feel.
it's just kind of like. I guess this year just kind of feels like cool. Like I've really, it's crazy. Like, yeah, I stopped smoking weed and I feel like I've changed so much. I feel like I'm starting to think more.
Do you feel like you know yourself more? Because you don't know, because the person you were when you were like,
I feel like
smoking
I've
is-
actually learned to accept myself more.
I love that. It's so
'Cause-
good.
When I was always like in a different mind state, it was just more like it was more like, why am I like this? You know what I mean? Or how come I'm not doing this? How come I'm not doing that? How come why? And then now that I'm sober, now that I'm doing things with intention, I'm just like, hey, it takes time, you know. Like, take it easy, like you're in a good spot. You know what I mean? Like if I was doing what I'm doing now back in the '80s, I'd be fine. Nobody would tell me shit. I'm working full time. My car's paid off. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. I cook. You know? I go to the gym.
I don't cook.
It's like, I'm good. But we live in a time now where it's like,
There's the
people could become
standards are
millionaires.
different.
Yeah, people become millionaires in their room and shit. It's like, if you're not doing that, then what the fuck are you doing, you know? So now it's like, damn, now I gotta be on that, you know? That's what I'm feeling, like. Because imagine if I had my kids and they hear about the
Oh
other
my god,
people.
look at this Douglas.
Oh,
Hello.
I think I like that dog more.
No, he's so good. Cute. I'm not worthy. It's so like, it's so neat. It's a neat dog. Yeah, so you feel happy with where you're at. Or like, well, not where you're at, but I think where you're growing.
I told this guy, this connect group leader in my church. We meet every Fridays at his house. And I told him how I wanted to join the military. This was yesterday, literally yesterday. I I told him, I said, hey, yeah, I'm thinking about military. And he tells me, oh, wow, really? I go, yeah, he goes, I feel like it'll give you purpose, but I feel like there's so many other things in life that can give you purpose. And I feel like even if you were to go into the military, it still wouldn't fill that hole in your heart, you know? Like, it still wouldn't fulfill you, it wouldn't feel fulfilled, you know? And he said, to me it almost kind of sounds like you're running away. And when he said that, it kind of like made my eye feel weird, like almost in a, like if I kept thinking about it more, it would make me tear up, because it's like, that's what it is. I almost feel like I am kind of running away, you know?
But from what? Do you know what from?
From myself. Like, it's just like I'm living a life with no discipline. Or the discipline is so minimum that it's literally just laundry, groceries, work, gym. You know what I mean? Like, it's the minimum. But it's like I don't have the discipline to go above and beyond and to change my life anymore, you know? Because I'm like, this isn't the life I imagined.
But then I think you're changing your life in a different way.
Exactly.
Like you said, like how I was saying, like people, including me, were reflecting on like, oh, like Lewis has grown a lot, you've changed a lot, which you didn't even really see yourself. But I think genuinely sometimes like the most boring shit, like repetition like that, is kind of transformative in a really quiet way. I think, yeah, like we've spoken about like being off social media. Are you off it for real, or you going back on it? This bitch.
I never went off.
Put it back on. He was like, I'm deleting Instagram right now. Liar. But I guess for me, but it's also individual, but for me, being off it, like, it just meant that I had to dedicate that much more time to myself and, like, nurturing what I want to do. And literally being like, I was like, if I had thoughts like, let me re-download Instagram, I was like, yeah, or I could fucking learn a new skill. Literally anything. Read 2 more chapters of a book. So many things you can do with your life. And I don't mean that in like a TikTok motivational way. I just mean it seriously. Like when you're not dedicating time to everybody else in this kind of like world around you that's not real, you have to put the effort into just not just yourself, but like the relationships you have with people in your life.
My thing is like, if you don't need social media, why have it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why I said, like, I don't need social media right now. But when I'm gonna pick up my art, that's when I should get it. You know what I mean? And you know what? So I'm thinking too. I'm thinking maybe I should just delete social media and then download it to where when I have enough content. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then when when I have enough content to like fill up all, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't need it right now. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, it's literally just something to keep me from like thinking of other shit, really. Because I mean, yeah, you're sitting alone, you're sitting bored, and you go, oh man, like, today's boring.
But I think
Maybe hop on
But I think that goes
Instagram.
back to performance as well. Is like I think a lot of people think that they can't live a life without performing it to someone or showing it to someone. And you
Yeah.
think about it, like fucking in the old times, they weren't doing any of that shit. If they did have to show it to someone, they had to take a fucking like carriage for a 3-hour road trip
And even then, it's like, do you want to do that 3-hour road trip?
just to tell someone, hey, by the way, I've been playing piano. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly, yeah.
well, now people can just post about it and be like, I'm
Yeah.
doing this and I'm doing that and
Yeah.
I'm seeing this person, I'm seeing that person.
And
That's the thing is, like, I'm not even opposed to it. Like, I probably will end up back on it. But I just, every time I have been thinking about it lately where I'll think maybe I should get back on it, I'm like, there's that inner me that's like, but why? Like, what do you actually have to gain from that? That's not either like temporary validation or knowing things that you could have known by being curious in your own way.
Yeah, and then I think I like what you said about that one time, how like social media kind of takes away. It's almost like social media interrupts you right before like that moment of like, okay, let's get up and do something. You know what I mean?
Oh, it absolutely does.
So like it wedges itself into your life, and then
And it
just
gives
kinda
you
takes
the
up that space.
illusion of doing something. Because, like, for example, you don't do something, yeah?
Yeah.
But you pick up your phone And you're like, well, I didn't do that task today, but at least I watched a bunch of reels that made me motivated to do it tomorrow. No, you're not, because then tomorrow you're going to watch those reels and the cycle continues. I don't know. I think, and it's kind of like, this is the thing is I don't feel like I'd be the kind of person to be like, everyone needs to get on social media, because I've definitely been on it for a minute. But what I was, like, what I wrote to you, it like looked at me when I gasped. It was like, bitch, what?
Ooh.
Don't be scared, Lewis. Don't be scared.
Oh, 3.
It's because of our Aussie vibes.
Think so?
I think so. Anyways. They're running away. You scare them away.
I want a squirrel.
Darn.
And a bird.
What bird would you get?
Something that can fit in my pocket.
It's illegal. I think. I don't know. Well, what I sent to you when I sent like that shit that I wrote, I was like, I think social media as it is right now isn't conducive to the person that I want to become. And I'm like, maybe fuck knows, when I'm 50, I'm like, you know what? Social media is the perfect for the person I'm going to become. And I'm out there like posting like my walk in the park. I don't know. Is that what all people do? But right now, I just think like every time I think about it, I'm like, it's so disingenuous to who I am right now, and like the growth that I'm going through. And also, I think it helps me stop using it as a crutch. I think it's a very good crutch. You know, like you're in a conversation or you're around someone who you have to small talk with. You get on your phone, you pretend you're talking to someone.
Yeah.
I think, and don't get me wrong, it's so fucking uncomfortable to have to do that, to have to just sit with the conversation and face it. But it's also very human, and I think it will do more for you than scrolling on your phone and watching 2 minutes of someone else's content will do. Kind of like fucking be him, you know, like what's happening right in front of you. And it will also teach you, like, if you don't want to be that fucking conversation, then instead of getting on social media to get out of it, find a way to excuse yourself. Have the grace to be like, you know what, this is my boundary and I'm not open to this right now. End of the day. As opposed to being like, sorry, I'm on my phone. Like, that's so lazy.
Yeah. That drink is like...
This bitch is 7%.
Sleep. Seriously.
There you go. It's good. I would drink a whole bottle of that.
I want to get 2 bottles.
There you go. Good reviews. And that's another thing, like, even today, I went to pick up my drink, and I was like to the guy, oh, like, do you have any, like, Australian whiskey? And he started speaking to me about, like, all the different options.
Australian whiskey?
Yeah. And he's like, oh, like, we have, like, Starboard or something, but then we have this, like, 4 pillars who came in, and then now they have this, like, Syrah that's, like, really good. And we had this whole conversation that I was like, granted I didn't buy anything and he wasn't really trying to sell it to me, but it was just so like nice to be like, you know what, like I'm going to spend the time to talk to this person because they are passionate about something. And yeah, I don't know, like think about like how different my day, or not even my day, but
maybe you just like your accent.
Oh,
he's like, I want to hear this.
Little Miss Negative. Well, so even then, like the fact that I could have easily been like, oh, like I'm in a rush, bye. Do you know what I'm saying? But instead I was like, no, like am I gonna spend my time? Like this person's like respecting me enough to give me their time to talk about something, I might as well do the same. You always know that the birthday party is coming to not to an end, but you know that the kids' time is over when they start playing like R&B, which is what's happening right now.
It looks like another party's happening. See that?
Yeah, someone just had a 10-pack of Fanta. What's your favorite soft drink? Do you have a favorite soft drink?
Soft drink is like a soda?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a favorite, but I always choose Sprite.
It's fucking boring. Sorry.
What, you like root beer or what?
No. Coke Zero. It's my favorite. Not Diet Coke. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm a Coke Zero person. Coke Zero. And it has to be cold. It has to be My friends know this as well. It's 1:23. Oh my god, we have time. We have 7 minutes. 6 minutes now.
Who's there? Who's that there?
Sure. Not the fuck. And you wanted more alcohol.
Because this is like so. Like, how often are you under a tree like this? You
I'm,
know what I mean?
to be fair, under a lot of trees a lot of times.
Not me, man.
You have a spider on you.
Where?
Right there. It just crawled off you.
See, that's
He's
what's
chilling.
killing the comfort, man.
He's chilling. Why? Well, you know what? What do they say? What do they say?
What's
You know what they
that?
say in the
Look, look.
Bible? From dirt.
Look, right there.
What do they say in the Bible? They say from dirt you came and from dirt to dirt you'll return.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See? And this is the thing. Y'all don't think that I know the Bible like that. And yet here I am.
Schooling them.
Don't give a fuck about this dirt. Lewis is freaking out about the spiders. Think about it.
Spiders are poisonous.
Not all of them. They're half of them have harmless bites. Some of them it hurts more for them to bite you than it hurts you.
No way. You're just making shit up now.
Trust me, trust me. It's like a bee. You know when bees sting you? Have you seen the bee movie?
They die.
They have to go to hospital.
Yeah,
They have to go to bee hospital.
yeah, let's get something to eat.
What are we gonna get?
No, let's take a nap first.
Are you genuinely like getting sleepy from this? I feel like it gave me like a zest for life.
A zest for life.
Why not? Why not? Okay, let's do this. What are 3 words to mark the next chapter of your life between this podcast and that?
I would say 3 words are daring, daring,
Is daring? Are you saying it again? Or are you?
daring, caring, and sharing.
Oh my fucking.
Like that, huh?
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah?
daring, caring, and sharing seems like insane. That's a say. I mean, that's a good combo. Daring, caring, and sharing. I don't even know what my 3 words are. Mine aren't gonna rhyme. Sorry. I'm not trying to be poetic. I feel like
Hey, do you know how lucky you are to
Here
hang
we
out with
go.
me right now?
oh my god. Why? Because you're daring, caring, and sharing.
He's a Louis Montenegro.
Okay. Well, mine is clearly to not hang out with Lewis anymore. That's my 3 words. Or 4 words. I think like unfolding. Maybe mine will rhyme. Unfolding, opening. Who knows? Unfolding, opening, and blossoming. Yeah, mine rhymed.
Unfolding the what?
Opening and blossoming. No, unfolding. Did I say that? A lot of eggs. Yeah. Did you watch my video? Well, my video, for context, it's the title is Cocooning and Unfolding because I feel like the start of my year.
Secreting?
Cocooning! What a freak. This bitch.
I swear.
I know what's on your mind, you
I
know what I'm
swear.
saying? Like,
I swear I was secreting.
you
I
know
was
what?
the
Like,
fuck?
why don't you worry about your own bodily fluids? I think, yeah, my video title was Cocooning and Unfolding. Because I feel like the first part of this year, I was like I felt like a little caterpillar in the little, what is it called, larvae? No. In, yeah, in the cocoon. And I was very, like, I kind of didn't want to speak to anyone and didn't want anyone speaking to me. Just because I was like, I don't know what's happening with me, but I needed to do it internally and not talk to people about it and not constantly be externalizing it. So I feel like that was the first chapter, and it was really beautiful and kind of lonely and important. And then I feel like the unfolding component was like, because I was able to spend that time doing all that, it meant like I could then like reveal myself to people and open myself up to life or the world without feeling so like afraid or without feeling unsure of myself. I feel like I felt so much more sure of myself. And another thing that I keep, another theme is like embodiment. I feel like I keep coming into that of being like, being in my body and being like, I belong here and I feel confident about the world around me. Whereas like previously when I was younger, or even like before I moved here, I feel like I was just, it felt like I was out of my body and just like I was a sim. And I was just controlling myself, but I didn't feel connected to my life at all. Yeah. And didn't feel like I was in tune with it. While now I'm like, everything, even like every like sad moment or hard moment or amazing like joyful moment, I feel very like I'm here for it and not just observing.
Yeah. No, really, I mean, that's good. It's like now you're really taking your input for what it is. You know what I mean? It's just you're enjoying
You're enjoying
time and the space.
Bitch, just say no comment. Like you don't. You're enjoying the time and the space.
Like you're really connecting to who you are now.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Got there eventually. Oh my god. But I feel like, you know what? Here's the one thing. I feel like Lewis, you're doing a lot better in terms of like. I feel like when we first started talking, like if I was like, oh, I'm feeling bad, you'd be like, oh, feel better. Which I get it. I think every guy is like that. I mean, no, that's a generalization. I mean, a lot of guys are like that. But then I think now, like, I'll be like, oh, like, I'm feeling this way. And they'll be like, well, the reason is probably because, like, you're very empathetic, like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, you're very insightful now.
Oh, I see.
I feel like when you used to kind of take things at face value previously, which is also not a judgment. I think it's kind of good to have that and not over-intellectualize things, which I definitely do.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What is that?
They're so cute. The way they're running. It's the sweetest thing ever.
It's cheap.
It was so sweet. That was like a movie moment.
It's like a cheap movie.
It's chilling. Okay, final words.
Final words are.
You need to talk to the audience. That's really what you need to do.
Alright, guys.
Hi, guys. Should I talk in an accent?
I've been talking in an accent. Okay.
In a specific accent.
The last thing I'm gonna say is. Always, you never know who you're talking to, so talk to everyone. Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be here right now. Oh, yeah.
That's
There
so
we
sweet.
go.
Look at it looking right at us.
Yeah.
Good job.
But yeah, I would say it'd be more like.
Be more open, would you say?
Yeah, learn to be vulnerable.
True.
Because I mean, it's like I feel like when you.
I think
what's
what's interesting with us is I think we could have gotten to a point where like we were vulnerable with each other, which we were, and been like because we were vulnerable, we don't want to talk to each other anymore. Does that make sense?
One more time.
I spoke really fast. I think we could have done this thing where like, you know, sometimes people are vulnerable with people and they're like, because I was so vulnerable with that person, I can't
Oh.
I don't want to talk to them anymore.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I know what that means. Yeah,
And
yeah.
kind of like avoid it.
Yeah.
And honestly, like that's kind of the way I am in general. Like I'm pretty avoidant.
I guess maybe just learn to be comfortable with what you're shy about yourself, and then talk to somebody first that you think is nice and smart, and then be like, can I be vulnerable with this person? And then if you do, don't automatically drop them 20 or 25% of your vulnerability, but give them like 1, 2, 3%. And then when you see that they can cradle your words or like care for you and yeah, like kind of hold on
Like a
to
baby?
yeah, like they can kind of not really judge you for what you've got, then be like, hey, you know what, this person's actually pretty good to talk to. Let me give them a little more. Let me drop 5% here, 10% there. And then you'd be like, hey, you know what, this person is that person I can talk to. So then you give them 12, 15%, 20%. You know? It's just a little bit at a time. But I feel like where it starts is just getting comfortable with yourself. You have to get comfortable with yourself. And
That's true.
How do
Because you could be vulnerable and it's very comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, because some people don't. They feel more comfortable talking to other people about their problems than actually sitting down
And being alone with it.
Yeah,
If you can't be alone with it, I don't think you should. Well, no, I'm not saying I don't think you should talk to anyone, but I think if you can't be alone with it, then it will be difficult for you to find a healthy balance when talking to someone else about it.
maybe like whatever you're gonna share, make sure you've already gone through it with yourself. You know what I mean? Like you've already
You've thought about it with yourself.
yeah. Or if you're gonna share it first, then at least go home and think about it to yourself and be like, oh, you know what? I said to this person that, but now that I've thought about it to myself, I want to say this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's like you've actually like,
Spend the time with yourself.
and then you see what you can do better or change about how you felt about it or how you're looking at it. You know, it's all perspective, and then it's just how do you deal with it. Everything in this world can build or destroy you. And even the things that build you have to destroy you first, you know? So let it destroy you, but don't let it just stay destroyed, you know what I mean? Just build it. You know, always building, always upgrade. Because I mean, who wants to live a life just being bitter, being ugly, and just negative? Like that's just like, I know it doesn't. For some people, it's like, oh, it feels good to be like that. It feels good to gossip. It feels good to slander. But it's like.
But isn't that crazy? Because I feel like I don't think you were that way when I met you, but I feel like you were kind of.
I feel like I was more like
you were more of like a sharp edge.
Yeah, I was more on the fuck 'em.
Yeah. That's so true. Yeah. And I was just like, nah.
Yeah. But I was just kind of like, like I feel bad because, I mean, you hear about these stories of like one coworker. This is a true story. One coworker killed another coworker because one of them ate the other one's sandwich. But it's
Damn,
like,
what fucking story is this?
Yeah. It was a Walmart employee. You gotta think about it like.
Walmart will do that to you.
Yeah.
If it was gonna happen anyway.
But it's like you gotta think like how many times did he steal his lunch before that, or what kind of week was he having before that?
Yeah.
How about
It led to that.
It all adds up, and it's like if you learn to take the things that hurt you or disappoint you or yada, and then you find growth through it, then you'd be like, hey, you know what? It's actually not that bad.
Accept the things you cannot change.
Yeah.
Power to change the things you can.
Yeah.
You know, that type of shit.
Yeah. That's
whatever they said. Whatever the fuck he said.
Hey, whatever the fortune cookie said, man. Whatever the commercial said.
I want a dog.
I want a squirrel. I'd rather have a squirrel than a dog.
Squirrels can't cuddle with you. Don't they have
yes, they
diseases?
That's why you gotta raise them when they're pink and tiny, and then when it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it's just you, and you go, and it gets in your pocket, and you go to the grocery store, and then like, oh fuck, there's a squirrel
You
here.
want to just cause a scene, is what you're thinking.
No. A squirrel would be nice to have.
Squirrel would be nice to have.
and then so people know
I
that
don't.
it's
I prefer
domesticated?
like an otter. An otter would be way cute. I'm sorry.
Does it have to stay in the water?
No. Have you seen? There's like a YouTube channel where like they live in like this Japanese apartment.
What?
Yeah. And they feed them like sashimi and shit.
Send it to me. You know what? I can do animal ASMR, but I cannot do human ASMR.
Why?
I don't.
It
I
creeps
just.
you out.
It's just. It makes me like just get out of my face. But if I can watch a dog.
And on that note, we are
Eating,
now
like,
going to go into
bones and, like,
human
meat and shit.
ASMR.
I do not like.
What's your least favorite? Okay, we'll end it with our reenactment of ASMR. You get to do one, I'll do one.
Oh wait, we got
Go
food
ahead.
clubs.
You want to do food ASMR? Okay, I'm going to do a different one, but
What are you gonna do?
they do this ASMR. It's like the girl who bullies you at school does your makeup. Have you seen that shit? It's so crazy.
What the fuck?
I know, but it's so specific. Like
No.
it'll be like, oh, you're so ugly. Like, aren't you? It's like, it's okay. I'm gonna make you feel better.
Or like this,
Did
That
you make
is-
any noise?
Some.
People do like that. Look at the.
Look
That's getting a fucked up sound.
You're dirty.
I'm sorry, but that's really different to like a.
How about this? It only gets better, actually.
Yeah, keep going. Take it all the way.
Don't mind if I do.
This video is sponsored by Fruit Cups from the liquor store. Yes?
You want to find a spot walking distance from here?
Yeah.